All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baha, Rakah, Kodash. I would like to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect and the 1/3, pushing this 100% truth across the four winds so we can consider elect and make it to the kingdom. All right, I want to do a real quick lesson all through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. And as the title reads, a great separation is taking place. Okay, there's a great separation that's taking place spiritually, mentally, and physically. And this lesson is going to be based around, us as believers in the truth. Okay, the gospel that is being preached. All right, the true name of Yahweh Bashem El Shai being exalted and having faith in that. And with these things taking place, there is a spiritual transition that's going on. Okay, and we are becoming now more holier, okay, to the best of our ability to this temporal world. All right. And this, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, that's what this truth is doing is it's separating us. Okay. It's separating us from the worldly, goals and admirations and, views of life. Okay. So we are witnessing a great separation taking place. Okay. And a lot of our people, which are prophesied as 2/3, are not going to be able to handle, okay, the separation ultimately that's going to be fulfilled through prophecy. You see, so Yahweh Bashem El Shai is putting us in a Holy Spirit now. Okay, what does that mean? Meaning, with having this truth, there isn't a worldly twist. Okay, because that's another thing. If you notice, with a lot of new Israelites that are coming into the truth, they also are bringing a worldly twist and aspect of that, which we are not. We're actually are, dead to this world. All right, yes, we still render unto Caesar. Bills have to be paid. Upkeeping of house and clothing and shelter and food, all those things that are customary for your natural, environment, are taking place. But our desires, the spiritual gains, all these things are falling by the wayside. And a lot of our people, they can't let go of Babylon. All right, but we Babylon. Hey, I speak as a man, as and other brothers as well agree. Hey, Babylon has been left in the dust. Okay, there you shouldn't be in any kind of bucket list mentality, with this place. And this is why a great separation is taking place, because the mirth is gone. People are not indulging like they used to. The golden cup is run dry. All right. And Yahweh Shemel Shai has put us ahead of the curve. Okay. This is 1 Corinthians 2:12. It reads, now we have received not the spirit of the world. See, we don't have the spirit of the world to desire the things of the world. Like I said, we still go along with the get along, but the ultimate desire is not to continue to get along with this place. Okay, the desire is what? The kingdom. The desire is what? Salvation. We desire a new earth, a new heaven, a new rulership that dwells in righteousness. So we are being separated from the worldly vibrations of this temporal society, while most of our people are still being used as gimmicks, jokes, and jesters to try to keep the mirth afloat when it has completely left the building. You see, it says, but the spirit which is of the most high, that we might know the things that are freely given to us of the Most High, which things also we speak, not in the words which man's wisdom teacheth, but which the Holy Spirit teacheth, comparing spiritual things with spiritual. Right. So we have an idea or a higher inkling, okay, of how we're supposed to carry ourselves in a spiritual manner, and that's how we judge things. Okay, and it says, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High. So a natural man can't see why there needs to be a separation from this place. A natural man can't see why you fast if you feel like you have a schism, or something that's not pleasing, to a higher power. A natural man can't receive those thoughts, mindsets, and ultimately judgment. They can't even judge, okay, these things. And it says, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the spirit of the most high, right? Like even what's a part of our culture and customs, we're allowed to drink wine, even strong drinks, things of that nature. But being a spiritual man, we know where to carry it, where to take ourselves, and where to be, you see. But a natural man doesn't have that mindset, all right? And it says, I'm just using that as an example. There's many other things used as an example. Hey, there's times where we'll walk into somewhere, an establishment, and walk right out. Hey, the vibe isn't feeling right. Let's just get out of here. You see, but the natural man doesn't carry his life off the vibration, of a spiritual judging matter. This is why we're becoming separate, because our eyes are being opened. Our mind is in tune to Yahweh Bashem El Shai and what's pleasing to him. So when we go somewhere that we know in the spirit, okay, is not pleasing to the Lord, then we take ourselves out of that equation. You see, great separation is taking place. All right, there's times where, I exclude myself from, if you will, a social gathering. Why? Because I want to be holy. I want to stay home. I want to, read, watch videos, be in the spirit and not be in the flesh, like it says in Ephesians, if I'm not mistaken. And it says, for they are foolishness unto him, right? Like somebody says, hey, I got a bad vibe. Oh, bro, you're tripping. And then, such and such hours later or days later, judgment happens. You see? And it says, neither can he know them because they are spiritually discerned. Oh, that's why it says the foolish is simple, passes on, and is destroyed. But the wise, foresees the evil. See, we feel and foresee the evil, all right, before it's about to hit, because Yahweh Bashem Shai has opened us up to have that spiritual discernment. You have to have spiritual discernment in this truth. Okay, that's one thing that you have to have. And it says, but he that is spiritual judges all things. Okay, yet he himself is judged of no man, right? Because we are becoming judges, and we're judging spiritually. Okay, we're not judging carnally, we're judging spiritually. Oh, it says in Isaiah, he will not judge after his own heart. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. I believe it's Isaiah 11. Let me just snag that point, because that's another misconception that our people have too, is that we're not allowed to judge. Now, you have a whole book called Judges, but right here, this is Isaiah 11, which is talking about Yahweh Shai. But now that Yahweh Shai dwells in us, okay, this is also referring to us. Let's read 2, Isaiah 11 and 2. And the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall rest upon him, the spirit of wisdom and understanding, the spirit of counsel and might, the spirit of knowledge and of the fear of Yahweh Bashem El Shai, and shall make him of quick understanding in the fear of the Lord. And he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears, but with righteousness shall he judge the poor, and reprove with equity for the meek of the earth. And he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked. See, so the point is, now having this spirit of understanding, of quick understanding, these are characteristics that come with that. Just like how now you've came into the truth, you are more judgmental. Oh, no, I need to read the ingredients, right? Oh, no, I don't like this. We should leave. You see? Even the people around us. Hey, there's no one in my circle who is a smoker, or, hey, that, and what's the Wadi Abashimashai, that's because of in the spirit, I'm separating myself from certain people. Okay. We're not just walking around and hanging, with gang members, if you will, like, of course, we understand Jake's coming from all walks of life, but in the spirit, you should be able to discern and judge, is Yahweh Shem Shai dealing with this person? Then if he's not, then there's no need for me to, because this is what you would call a lost cause. Not all of our people are set up to be, on a high a level in the spirit that's pleasing to the Lord. So with you getting to that level, then you understand who to carry yourself around, who to conduct matters with, and how to address people. That's something, it takes time. And the truth, I'm still a young brother, but even in my walk learning, when I first came in, I kind of always just talked about the truth when I was with Jake. Now learning through experience, through travels, you understand, how to carry yourself with Jake. Not every Israelite wants to talk about, the Most High God and this and that. They're just not set up to. So this is how you learn how to deal with people. Then when you understand how to deal with those people, you also learn how to separate yourself from them. This is why there's a great separation taking place. And a part of a separation sets you apart from the world. Okay. So when you go into this word separation, it means the action or state of moving or being moved apart. Okay. So we are, the action has taken place, and now we are set apart from the average standard normalization of this world. Okay, like, hey, we still go to the grocery stores, we still go eat, we still this, we still that, but we don't abuse the world that we are using. Okay, because we are being separate. You see, most of our people, all right, do not want to separate or break up the relationship with this world. When you go into separate, you have certain words that are similar, like break up, split apart. They do not want to part ways with Babylon. They do not want to segregate themselves from this place, okay? Because when Esau did segregation, that was actually righteous, all right? And even when you read or when you hear testimonials of Israelites during the time of segregation, they said that it worked fine. They were at peace. Esau was over here, they were over there, and everything was cool. Even Martin Luther King says, I integrated my people with a burning house. You see, we are separating ourselves from the house of the thief. Even in our spirit, we are separating ourselves from the flesh, okay? Which that's a constant battle. But there's spiritual ways that you can do to fight against the flesh, okay? If you notice the flesh is desiring too many things, then you got to refrain from the flesh. See, with you separating yourself from this place, you're also learning to separate your spirit from the flesh and what the flesh desires, per se, than what your spirit desires. Our spirit desires righteousness. You see, so a part of that, you have to separate. It says parting ways, right? We've accepted captivity, but we've parted ways with the normalization of the prison politics, per se. Okay, and it says breach, rupture. That was pretty much the point. Detachment, that's a good one. Disconnection, and like they say, man, I'm just detached from this place. Out of what do they also say? Out of sight, out of mind. Okay, so we are detaching ourselves from this place. Okay, we are completely detaching ourselves from it. And with doing that, you're doing what? Romans 12:1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, accept holy. Being holy is being a separatist. Okay, holy, acceptable under the Most High, which is your reasonable service. So your reasonable service, okay, as being a royal nation of a priesthood, is to separate yourself, like the Levites. Did they not separate themselves from the rest of Israel when they went into the tabernacle? Okay, and it says, and be not conformed to this world, separate from this world. Matter of fact, let's see what that word conformed means. Let's see what conformed means. Let's go down. And like I said, you still got to do things. You still got daily, requirements and this and that. But in your spirit, in your mind, even like you be at work, but hey, in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, I can't wait to get home, be away from these people, put on a lesson, give my spirit, some peace. You see, when you go into the word conformed, it goes into to conform one's self, one's mind and character to another's pattern, fashion oneself right. So you cannot conform yourself to the mind and characteristic that Babylon wants you to be in. It's Babylon wants you to be eat, 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 sex, 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 party, 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 wasted, wasted, wasted. There's literally a song where the chorus is party, 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 party. You know, it's terrible. Oh, another pattern. You cannot conduct yourself with the patterns of Babylon. That's another lesson. You see? So you cannot conduct yourself with the norm that Babylon produces for our people. All right, especially for Israelites. The pattern for Israelites is drugs, curses, deadbeat dad, prison, rap, sag, basketball, repeat. Drugs, prison, sagging, repeat. You see? It says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And with your mind being renewed, separation takes place. You start disliking this and start liking that. Old things are done away with, and now you're coming into a new man and new woman being born again, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. See, when you separate yourself, then when you walk back out, now you're judging everything based off what is good and acceptable and perfect to Yahweh Shem Shai, to the best of your ability. Now, let's get First Peter, since I mentioned the priesthood. Okay. Yes, we are preachers, we are prophets, we're evangelists, we're apologists, and we're also priests. Okay. We as Israelite men are priests of Yahweh Shem Shai under the priesthood of Melchizedek. This is why Apostle Paul talked about the law was a shadowing of things to come. Now, let's jump down. This is First Peter 2:9. There's a lot of meat in here, but I just want to make this lesson, short and straight to the point. First Peter 2:9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal. Oh, excuse me. I said a priesthood. I meant to say a royal priesthood. We are a royal priesthood. Okay, just like your home. Your home should be, in a sense, have a sense of holiness to it. The scriptures say, let not every man into your household. Okay, your house should have a good vibration. I'll say that. Okay, you got to be separate, even your home. Okay, your home shouldn't be known as the place to party. Your house should be a place where, when people come in, there's a certain standard that they keep when they come to your house. Okay, it says a royal priesthood, an holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should shew forth the praises of him who has called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. When you are called out of something, now you're being separated from something. Okay, so Yahweh Shem Shai has severed the ties of this world with us from this truth, and you should embrace that. Okay, you should walk in that, and then you realize the relationship you have with your spirit, all right, is more beneficial than having a relationship with your flesh. Okay, we are created by design to want peaceful things in the spirit, because even your flesh wants good food, good drink, good music, good time. But your spirit wants what? Good vibrations, good frequencies, harmony. Okay, that's how you're designed. You're not designed to want a bad wife. You're not designed to even want bad food. You don't want bad smells. You see? So being holy, being separate, to a degree, you're allowed to control, okay, your environment and what's pleasing to you, but ultimately, because you've been transformed, what's pleasing to Yahweh Bashim Shai. And then you find out what being spiritually minded is life and peace. Let's get that real quick, because that came to mind. But you'll realize, wow, I needed peace. Hey, there's a lot of times that I separate myself because, hey, I need to spiritually recharge. I can't just always be out in the open, bumping and rubbing shoulders with these anti-Hamashiachs. Hey, these people have a terrible vibration. That's why you gotta continue to send those prayers up. Pray to the Lord to strengthen your hedge. Okay, this is not only this. Well, first and foremost, it's a spiritual battle. It's also a physical one, but the spiritual battle is constant. You know, this is because it says we wrestle not after flesh and blood. This is Romans 8:6. For to be carnally minded, fleshly minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Okay, and when you look at the ordinances of things that we were commanded to do under the priesthood, you look at that today, and people look at those things. Well, the acts, I'll say, not literally. They say, "Oh, well, the Levite." No, but the acts of what the Levites did, like being holy, lighting incense, fast. Those things are peaceful. People light incense to clear the room. So you look at the things that the Most High required or commanded us to do. In essence, those things are peaceful. How you go? Whoever said, "Oh man, lighting incense just gets me mad." Now demons get mad. Like we were at camp, and one of the brothers was lighting Palo Santo, and this old Sheetamite woman walked by, very disgusted with us, with her nose plugged, as if what we had lit was disgusting and terrible. But that was the demons in her that didn't like that smell. You see, the left hand side, is a detestable vibration. There are flies, rats, atrocious smells, just terrible fleshly things. That's a very low, nasty vibration that your spirit ultimately was never designed and created to enjoy. Okay, this truth and being separated is teaching us, bringing our relation back in the spirit to our power. That's why you got to separate from the flesh, from this place, so you can get reconnected spiritually to your power. This is John 15:19. It says, I'll start at 18. It says, if the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. If ye were, let's put the red letter on so we know who's speaking. Okay, this Yahweh Shai. It says, if ye were of the world would love his own. Right. Going back, we're at camp. Now, if we just gathered together and there was, Jake's brothers smoking and sagging pants and yelling gang, 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 people would like that. But because, we have on our garments, we have the Bibles open, we're lighting incense, they hate us. Oh, there's them again. You see, because that light has come into that world. All right. And that's us being separate. Okay. It says, but because ye are not of the world, because you are separated from the world. See, a great separation is taking place. Hey, bro, why don't you want to hang? That they ask you, somebody, and you, hey, I'm just cooling out, but they don't know. Hey, it's the Sabbath tonight. I'm chilling. I'm laying low. You may have a woman. Hey, I want you to come over. I'm busy tonight. I got to do this. I'll see you tomorrow. But you're being separate. But they don't know it's because of the life you're living through Yahweh Bashim Shai. You see, hey, you want to eat this? No, I'm good. I don't, I know my stomach hurts. You don't always got to get quote unquote biblical, meaning pulling out the Bible and yelling a verse. We're to walk in it, not just read it. So you don't have to read the law pertaining to why we don't eat pork. Use wisdom. I'm actually allergic, which that's actually a true allergy. See, you can use wisdom, but that's you being separate. It says, but I have chosen you out of the world. Therefore, the world hated you. Oh, that's why it says it seems odd that you don't riot with them. Let's see if it's 1 Peter 4. That's why they look at you, because you're separate. Then they say, oh, he's a separatist. Like, as in being separate is bad. You want to put being a separatist in a box, but you don't call a vegan a separatist. A vegan is a separatist against meat eaters, but that's okay. This is 1 Peter 4 and 4. I'll start at really I could start at 1. Let me start at 1. 1 Peter 4 and 1. For as much then as Hamashiach has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. For he that has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin, that he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lusts of men, but to the will of Yahweh Shai. Is that not a separatist scripture? So the Bible teaches you to be separate. What's so wrong about that? The Bible is teaching you to separate yourself from evil. It actually tells you to hate evil. All right? Hate, hate, hate. It says, for the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles when we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, reveling, banquetings, and abominable idolatries. And hey, and we're still working on these things, being holy, being separate, certain things that may not be pleasing to the Lord. Nobody's saying we're perfect, but we are attempting to separate ourselves from wickedness. Okay. And it says, wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to do the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you. And one of the biggest things is Jake or even men look at you crazy when you say, "Oh no, I'm good. She's got a man. I live by morals." Oh shit, not me. I don't give a shit. They look at you like you crazy because you stopped looking at this woman or trying to be with this woman because you found out that she has a man. They look at you like you're crazy. You see, they look at you strange because you're separating yourselves from this temporal wicked season of sin. The Bible actually says season of sin. Ephesians 2:10. For we are his workmanship, created in Hamashiach Yahushai unto good works, which the Most High has before ordained that we should walk in them. So he ordained us to be separate, to walk in his righteous ways. Because what gain are you going to get, all right, for being with wickedness? What gain, honestly, are you going to get? You're not going to get one. 2 Corinthians 6, real quick. Probably going to end it on this. 2 Corinthians 6:14. And it reads, be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship has righteousness with unrighteousness? So you are to separate yourself. What communion has light with darkness? And what concord has a Mashiach with Belial? Or what part has he that believed with an infidel? You see? So what point do you have, all right, putting yourself with darkness when you've been called out of darkness to separate yourself from darkness? So why should you go back to darkness? You see? Remember, use the world, don't abuse the world. So I just wanted to do a quick lesson on it, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. Brothers actually posting some of the same scriptures. And if you're following along, read the comments as well. Brothers are posting precepts that coincide with this lesson. Salaki, I wasn't able to get them, but you can read them as you follow along. Lord's will, this lesson was edifying and exhorting to you sincere brothers and sisters that are tuning in. As Apostle Paul says, we prophesize not to them that believe not, but to those that believe. And this is a part of that separation. We do lessons for those ones that are separating themselves in the spirit. Okay, we are focusing on the believers and not the unbelievers. That is our job, to focus on the church, the sheep, and the ministry. We're not out here just trying to constantly debate new and that. No, we are here to focus on the church and the ministry and the believers that are in the midst of it. Okay, so Lord's will, you are edified and moved through the spirit as I was. And I just want to say, call halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahar Rakak Wadash. All right, with that being said, shalom.